Good afternoon. The written notice was given for the meeting for the Laredo Commission for Women, which should be held today at the Joe Guerra Library, June 17th, 2024 at 5:30 p.m. I will call the meeting to order. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can we have roll call, please?
María Zamudio. Guadalupe Ramirez.
Here.
Amber Avis Hinojosa.
Present.
Present. Marta Victoria Batón. Sorry. Mary Lou Ibarra. No, absent. Silvia Palombo. Absent. Leticia Guajardo Martinez. Present. Esther Pirova. Present. Diana Rodriguez. Present. Laura Yañez.
Present.
Sandra Cabos Ayala.
Present.
Rosa Maria de Llano.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Call everybody.
Yes, okay. Before we proceed, I want to go ahead and introduce two of our new members. Welcome, we are so excited to have both of you here today. And first, let me introduce Leticia Guajardo Martinez.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you, Ms. Martinez. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I'm originally from Laredo, and I have two businesses. One of them is a title company, Laredo Title in Abstract, and have a property management business, Oaxaca Management. And so I also assist with the Webb County Drainage District. So I've been in the real estate business many years, and always trying to help the community. And so when I was asked to join this group, I thought, well, if I can contribute, I would be glad to, but I really don't know much about the group and what you all do, so I am very anxious to find out.
And you will, because we're starting, like a new year coming up, where we'll talk about all the things that we do as a committee.
Okay.
And so you're here at the right time, because you're going to be learning about everything that we do. So again, welcome. Thank you.
And may I ask you who's the councilman you appointed you?
Councilman Ruben Gutierrez.
Oh, so we're partners?
Yes.
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 I mentioned your name.
Okay, wonderful.
I would think all of us are partners.
We're
new.
Closer.
Well, no,
She's
she's
been
not
here
here,
forever.
but she's talking about the council
But we're
person
close.
that-
It's just
that-
sisterhood.
that
It's
nominated.
district.
Yes.
Like I represent District 8, although I live in District 5.
And I live in District 3. Who represents District?
I know.
Well, as long as you get assignment
Yes.
appointed by somebody, that's all that matters.
Okay.
So thank you. All right, next we have Laura Yanes.
Hi, yes,
Welcome, Laura.
thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I know some of you better than others. I've had, I guess, in my career-wise, it's always been in the helping mission. First was in employment and training, getting people trained to get back into the workforce. The second was in nursing, all the way from the floor to administration, directorship, and then the last was in Laredo Housing Authority, executive director, where I also got to do wonderful things for a lot of very good people. I joined this, I have been in so many organizations, I can't tell you, probably I'm not alone in that. So at this point, when I was asked to join, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be real honest, I'm just gonna, I hesitated a little bit, but I said, okay, let me give it a try. Some places I've had to leave, some groups I've had to leave because when they wanted me to be president, they were so unruly that I said, are you gonna allow me to be the president or not? And when I brought up the Robert Rules of Order, which is take your time, your designated amount of time to speak. And they would talk over each other and actually argue, so, yeah, yes, no, that's like a complete no for me. We're all a little bit older now, and, we're getting a little bit older, and we don't, as far as me, I really don't want any more drama, so, I get the feeling that this group is probably very, professional. We can never assume anything, but I think I see a lot of professional women here, and but I did have to leave 2 total in my life, 1 more recently, because there was just too much drama. And so one of the rules I make for myself to remind myself every day is notice the good in others, express gratitude regularly, thank you, and your welcomes, have manners with each other, compliment other people regularly, cultivate compassion for each other. And the last one is to remind myself, remember, you rearrange your environment to speed up recovery from adversity, because it can have an impact on me. So I'm at that point, so I hope you understand.
Who are you representing?
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing. Who do you, you're representing,
Dr. Tyler King, and that is my district.
I'm your partner.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for those wise words and of
Thank you.
encouragement, and we certainly believe likewise, as you just said, and we will certainly abide by all of that as we have always.
Women empowering women.
Yes,
We should
exactly.
never drag each other down.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right, it's so true. And we'll follow that as we go along with the different meetings, monthly meetings. For the sake of time, if you all don't mind, so that they could know at least who we are, can we just say our names, starting with Amber? We have Amber back there. Amber, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, just say, just like one sentence about you and your name.
I'm Amber Avis Hinojosa. I'm an accountant and small business owner. I've served the commission since, I think it was like 2017 or 2018. I've served as secretary, vice chair, and chair. And I'm on a bunch of commissions and committees, and I think I'm still holding down the youngest member of this commission. So honored to have you, and I look forward to meeting with you in person and working with both of you.
And who do you represent, Amber?
I represent District 1, Gilbert Gonzalez.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, next.
I'm Maria Zamudio. I work for the census and I am commoner and represent the mayor.
Thank you.
I'm Guadalupe Ramirez. I represent District 1, Gilbert Gonzalez, and I am in property management.
Okay, my name is Diana Rodriguez, and like Amber mentioned, I'm the oldest in the commission. I've served under Juan Ramirez, Cindy Liento, and Charlie San Miguel, and now with Dr. King. And I've served as a chair, as a vice chair, and parliamentary. And I just retired 4 years ago as an educator for 40 years at LYC district. And I have a lot of, I'm with Habitat for Humanity, and with the commission for the longest time. I mean, I'm a veteran. And I am parliamentarian at this time. You're welcome.
So you keep us informed.
Yes, I try to do that, and sometimes se me enojan. I do. Like, it's, I've been president for the Texas PTA, and this is at nationwide. And at the district level with representation of the field representative from Laredo to Victoria and from Laredo to Brownsville. And I have a lot of awards, and whatever I do is a volunteer, and I'm very honored that my brother came in from San Antonio because tomorrow would have been my mom's birthday. And he came down for Father's Day and my mom's birthday, and I had a doctor's appointment which was just canceled. And I'm very happy. I mean, he hears me all the time talking about all the things that I do, and this is what my parents taught us to do, to always give to the community. So welcome, ladies, and you're gonna have a blast with us.
Thank you.
Oh, hi. My name is Angie Garza. I'm the library assistant to Solis, and I'm one of the liaisons to the Women's Commission.
I'm Maria Solis, I'm the library director, and what she said, I'm the liaison.
Yes, and thank you so much, ladies. I'm Sandra Cavazos Ayala, and I'm the chair for the commission. And I want to thank Angie and Maria also because, you know, they do everything, bring us our little snacks and everything. People email us and get us going. So you'll be hearing from Angie most of the time.
To remind you of the meeting.
Yes, to remind you of the meetings, or you have anything that you need to turn in or whatever, you know, they'll take care of that. So I'm Sandra Cavazos Ayala again. I'm a longtime educator. I worked with children for many, many years. I was also a principal at 2 elementary schools, and then I was also the executive director for the Children's Museum, and I've been several committees as well. I've been in the Library Commission or Advisory Council for almost 18 years, representing the mayor, 2 terms for Mr. Salinas, 2 terms for Mr. Mayor Sainz, and now representing Vanessa Perez. So we've been working very hard. And next.
I'm Mr. Kirsten Fidova, for those of you that don't know me. I was in hotel management for 32 years. And after hotel management, my husband and I have an insurance brokerage company, so we do insurance. I served in many, many organizations, like I'm sure you all have. They've been a lot of fun, very time consuming, but at this point, we have the pleasure of selecting where we want to be, and this is one of the ones that I've stayed with. I enjoy it. We don't have to fundraise. We don't have to be selling anything, and what we do is try to empower, hopefully together, empower women, come up with ideas on how we can do that. I'm very blessed to have 5 children and 7 grandchildren. And I serve now as I have a twin, so my twin's name is Elizabeth Benavides, and she had the Big To Do, she co-founded that, called in Ms. Narvaez after to help her and me along with her, and I continue to do that for her, so I'm president of the Big To Do Foundation, and in other organizations, which I don't want to bore you with the details, but welcome, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Rosa Maria de Llano, longtime educator, 49 years to be exact. 39 at the high school, Martin High School. She was my student. Oh, Ursula before, since 68. She was my student, and the twin was my student, and I think Elsa was my student. And everywhere I go, because I meet students in Cigarroa, then TAMU the last 10 years while working on my PhD. And I'm also a member of many, many organizations, the Webb County Heritage. I love because I love the history of Laredo. This organization, I've been here since 2018. The Laredo Library Board that I love because I'm a reader. I'm reading all the time. And then Pan American, where UP Tanay also, and Delta Kappa Gamma were the distinguished teachers. Also, oh, and I was poet laureate. Thank you.
You forgot already?
I forgot. No.
It just happened today.
I was gonna hit her.
Yes, and I'm, because I've been promoting poetry since I
She's my mama poet.
Yes, I'm the mama poet.
She's my mama poet.
That's what you call it, which me da mucho. But anyway, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy. I know Laurita already from other.
Yes.
But welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm very happy to be here, by the way.
Thank you, Rosa Maria.
Welcome, ladies.
Okay, all right, very good. So now we move on to citizens' comments.
There are none.
None? Okay, let's go to the minutes. If you look at your agenda, attached to that, we have the minutes for the meeting of May the 13th. If you'd like to please, if you would please take a minute to review, and then we need to approve.
I move that the minutes be approved.
I second.
Okay, we have a first and a second to approve, first by Ms. Lupita and second by Ms. Diana. And, are there any discussions? Any discussion? No? Okay, so those in favor, please, say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Nay? Okay, thank you, the minutes have been approved. Next, we go to discussion and possible action regarding the following items. We have the Laredo Commission for Women bylaws, and I had appointed Lupita Ramirez to be the chair for this committee. So Lupita, do you have a report for us?
Yes, as of last meeting that we met here was on May the 6th, and that's when you appointed the committee to review the bylaws. So on Tuesday the 21st, we met at my house, which was Sandra, Mary Lou, Sylvia, and myself, to review the ordinance. We had questions on the bylaws, so we met with Amber Holmes, the assistant attorney, on June the 4th, so she could clarify some of the questions that we had. So if you, because the ones that we had, I think they were not the revised one, they were not signed by the mayor, so we're gonna go over the ones that you should have there. These are the most recent ones, they're signed by the mayor, and some of these did clarify. So the first question that we had was on Article 2, the purpose and duties. Do we all have that?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, to identify and research topics and trends that significantly affect women in Laredo and recommend assistance and services to improve the status of women in Laredo. So how do we identify that? Some of them said to conduct a survey, but we already know what affects the women's of Laredo, so we've been working on it. So she said there's no need to conduct a survey. Number 2, to monitor federal, state, and local legislation and policies relating to issues affecting women. We had a question as how do we monitor that? But she said there was no need to monitor the legislation state, just to be aware of new legislation or topics that affect women. For example, abortion. If anything happens, that was very common, very public for us to be aware of how that would affect us. Okay?
And I have just a suggestion for the survey, the one she says, no, we didn't have to do surveys. And I wanted to ask, we have statistics, we have studies that we
Yes.
can, that are
That
readily
we already
available.
know, yes,
Right.
that we can use.
Yes, so
Yes.
surveys were,
Right.
because we were trying, how we're gonna do surveys.
Yes,
But
but we don't
already-
need to.
yeah,
We
a
have
lot
a lot
of-
of data already.
A lot of data that.
Yes.
And made public.
And we can just put that in the plan of action.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that we can go and study the data and then make our own, because Laredo is unusual, it's not the same as that,
Yes.
I don't have to tell you.
Okay. If you flip the page, we also had a question on 5.0. Well, we needed a clarification. It wasn't a question. 5.05, Article 5. A person may not serve as an officer in a designated position of the commission for more than 4 consecutive one-year term. A person who has served as an officer in a designated position for 4 consecutive terms is not eligible for re-election. So that designated office, until the expiration of 2 years after the last date of the person's service in that office. So anyone that they cannot serve more than 4 years consecutive.
Does anybody volunteer?
Has that ever happened? Not in, I've been here since 2018.
Diana, how long have you been parliamentarian?
This is the second,
Oh, you're the one that has
So
been
you'll be
here the
4
longest.
years.
yeah.
Has anyone been here
Well, the thing is,
In the same office?
in the same office
In the
for
same
more than 4
office.
years?
no, what we did was, at one time, I believe that one of the chairs was, they took over, but because, there was a conflict when the pandemic occurred, stuff like that. Other than that, it was okay.
So how many years have you served?
This will be like, I should be finished,
Okay.
so the following year, I mean, maybe a different
Okay.
step.
Okay. That was a question, we weren't sure about how many years.
Yeah, they may serve in another position
Oh, yeah.
if you're nominated and elected.
Yes, because I've served as a chair, as a vice chair, and then parliamentarian. And what happened in my case was that when Frances Woroski was chair, she had an emergency health issues, and I was the vice, and I served under her as since I was the vice, I served her year as a president, and then I became the president. Of course, she got recognized as the chair, but I ran her year, and then I got elected as president or chair.
Okay,
That was the only time that I could recall.
Okay, on section 5.06, powers and duties of the chair. The question here was, I think we had it on the agenda.
No, it was about representing the chairperson.
Oh, correct.
Representing, yes.
Yes,
The commission in ceremonial functions.
yes, and they did tell us that Ms. Solis will let us know if there are any functions that we can attend to give the commission a little bit more exposure.
And
Yes,
represent
and
the
representation.
commission, like if there's an event, you know.
Having to deal with
With
women.
women,
Yes.
yes.
I'll keep my eye
That
out
is,
for that.
yes, that is sponsored by
Pass it
the
on.
city or
Yeah.
sponsored by someone that we can say, oh, we have, you know, representing a Laredo Commission for Women, the chair, whoever the chair is, or, you know, whoever's representing and the chair can't make it, so that we can have that exposure.
I think that would give us more opportunities to help
Yeah,
more.
and be out there, be visible.
Yes.
I know that at that time, if I may sure, Ms. Chava was invited by Mayor Trujillo, Dr. Trujillo, and I accompanied her to the state of the city, and that's, you know, by getting involved within the different things that that we have in the city. So that was a very important presentation that the Dr. Trujillo did.
Yeah, but it says the powers and duties of the chair, so the chair is the person that should be representing the commission.
Yes.
So my question would be, that's a great opportunity, but I'm under the impression that if I get, let's say I get invited, like we did with the Rebozo, I think my obligation is to invite the whole committee because I'm being
Correct.
invited to the Laredo Commission for Women. But if I understand it, you've got to follow the chain of command. So the chair represents us, you know, not necessarily me, but everybody gets invited. So I think that if we're unified in that, it shows how it should be. So if anybody has any comments, and they'd love to do that. The media wants to come and interview you, I think that we should pass it to Sandra, Sandra's there. And if not, then
Yeah.
whoever is next in
If
to
I'm
follow,
not there, the
the
co-chair.
co-chair. That's the way it is, right? Just clarification.
I think so, that's what it says here.
Okay.
It says powers and duties of the chair. The chair shall preside at commission meetings, appoint all committees, and represent the commission at ceremonial functions. So that's why she suggested that Ms. Solis said, you know that there's a ceremonial function that is sponsored by the mayor or anybody that we should be there that's for women.
But the
If
mayor
I
didn't,
may- if
yeah,
I
but the
may-
mayor didn't invite you because you were part of the
No,
commission.
No, she
no,
was a
just-
guest.
yeah.
just
She was
a
a
friend.
guest, so you were not representing
No,
the commission.
No, just
Okay.
a friend.
Yes.
Well,
But-
if I may, I think if I can recall, I think you did send an all-out that, it came out in the newspaper, that there was gonna be the state of the city, done by Dr. Trujillo, and the whole city was invited to go.
No, but I'm talking about, because a great example, Commission for Women, Ms. Huerta, with the Rebosos called me and she goes, Necesita te quiero, I need to invite you, I want to invite you to my event, I want you to come out in a fashion show and blah, blah, blah. I'm very proud of the Commission for Women, they've done a lot for me, and I said, oh, so you mean, I thought it was all me, and then I couldn't find out if she was doing it for the Commission for Women, and I went, let me have you call Sandra, please, I mean, I'll be more than glad to do what you want me to do, but do call Sandra. So the invitation goes to Sandra, who then invites everybody.
Right.
And this way, we're communicating properly, we're not stealing the show, we're confusing who's supposed to be in the chain of command. And I really like that. I think it's more unified and more respectable to go
I
that
think
route.
so.
Respectful.
And the same thing, and the reason she called me, because I'm the one, I'm the liaison from the commission. So she called me and I help her sell rebels and I help her. But I said, please call me. So I also.
Yeah, so if you
and,
know of
you know.
events and things like that where you know where I can represent as the chair, let us know and let me know, let Ms. Solis know, she'll contact me, and then I can really follow this and represent the commission.
And then you can invite all
And
the
then,
members, and
yes, like
whoever
if
members
it's
can go,
invited,
we
the
go
whole
as a group.
city's invited, or
you
we
know.
can all go together, or we
Yes.
can sit at a table together, if we choose to do so.
Right.
But, I'll be the representative.
And it's recommended to confirm.
Mhm.
Don't just, show, I mean, if that's okay with everybody. So being
We know who we
kind of
are.
like organized and saying, okay, I'll go, no, I won't go. So she'll know how many to reserve.
I think some of those tickets are very expensive for these dinners,
Right.
and
So not
blows
everybody,
my mind
so.
when I invite people and then they don't show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's $250
Exactly.
per chair, and it hurts.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, all right, thank you. So if that was clarified now, if anybody has any, so everybody's good with that? Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay, the next one is, Article 7. In business. The board shall hear any new or old business as designated by the agenda and the presiding officer. It is within the presiding officer's discretion to allow presentation of agenda items before a motion is made. This goes to where we have in our agenda, we have, and that's what, according to Ms. Amber,
Home.
to Ms. Holmes, communication and announcements can go at the very end, not before the business. Okay,
Yes.
first we conduct the business, and at the very end would be communications and announcements.
Like it is in the agenda now, it's not at the very end, it's actually after the business.
The new business,
Yes,
correct.
after business, then we have communications and announcements, and then new business is for whatever agenda items we want for the next meeting,
Yes.
and then adjournment.
And then, she also said that any announcements or communications that we have or we discuss in the announcements should be relevant to Laredo Commission for Women issues, if we wanna discuss that, for us not to bring, I'm in the Pan American Round Table, then we're gonna have this, and I wanted to have, no, that has nothing to do with Laredo Commission for Women issues, and that's what she was saying, recommending that any discussion, any announcements be relevant to our issues.
But makes sense.
Lupita, but regarding, for example, the Pan American, since that's a women's organization, it
Yes.
might be relevant.
Yes.
If it's relevant to this,
Yeah,
yes.
it's relevant
Yes.
to what we're doing,
might be.
if we get
It might be,
invited.
yes,
or-
yes, it has to be relevant to our issue.
Like when we invited you all to the Rebosa, I mean, it was super relevant because.
Correct.
Right, but it's
See.
relevant to our committee.
Yeah.
It's relevant to our community, I'm not gonna tell you about my trip to San Antonio with my
No,
grandchildren. See, okay.
Anything else?
Not here, going on Article 10. Letter F. 10.4, letter F. We were discussing last time about the posthumous
Yes.
nominees, that we did not have any, well, in the old one,
It said
It
no.
said no
yes,
posthumous.
No posthumous
But-
nominees, and now it is.
now, in this
You'll
one, it's
see.
already scratched out here.
Yes.
So we do
We do
have
have
posthumous.
Correct,
See.
so we found it, Rosamari.
Yes,
Remember it,
because,
If you,
yeah,
on the following page, on page 10.08,
You'll see that it's crossed out. Right?
no,
Okay.
no, the one that's,
it is
see,
included.
Oh.
It is
It
included.
is included.
yes.
Oh,
Fine
I
art,
see,
business,
I see.
education, Latin, and posthumous.
Yes, there it is.
And that is what was clarified from Ms. Amber Holmes.
Yes, she was so,
She was very nice.
yes.
See.
Is that it, Lupita?
And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go to, I'm so
What
sorry, Rita. I thought you said the following page, 10-8?
That's the one that you.
Then it- that's,
Oh, that's what,
that's a
hello.
posthumous.
It's right there.
Okay,
10.08,
I'm
sorry.
posthumous is included in there.
Okay, great.
And
With
Esther
legal,
explained-
military, healthcare,
Yes.
posthumous.
And Esther explained why we, and I don't know why it wasn't included.
But we got it done.
And
But-
Diana, you were there too, so.
Yes.
I think that the one we had before, and so this is the revised one, this is the one that was
Yeah.
signed.
Yeah.
Yes, so they had already made those corrections.
Because we had done that one the prior time before the
She raised her hand.
pandemic.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
this past
She
time,
can't see me.
I mean,
No,
nothing was
but
made.
because we didn't nominate it, or nobody
Nobody
was
nominated,
nominated.
yeah.
But I think we should be very, very honored that the last one we nominated,
Yes.
Jovita, that is now
And
the
the
first Hispanic, and of course, the first Laredo on
With a
on our
point
water.
on the
On
corner.
our
Yes.
water. We, you know, and, we have many other posthumous or posthumous.
I think that there's a lot of
There's
other
a lot
ladies.
of ladies, the one, I just mentioned one today, Leonor Villegas de Magnon, who has a statue in Nuevo Laredo. She was recognized, she has 2 books, La Rebelde, I don't know if we have her books here, we do. And she is a very outstanding Laredoan, and I think she should be nominated.
And hold that thought, because when we start planning for this, coming year's, activities and events we're gonna have, those are the things we need, those are the people we need to look at.
So we don't need a vote.
No, no,
Right now, no, right now. no.
So,
There
but
is-
did you finish your report? That was it?
Yes,
Okay.
unless there's other questions that we need to go back to the attorney for
I don't think so.
clarification.
No, that was very
I
good.
think so, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, you all did a great job.
Thank you to the committee.
All right, now we go to the next one, Laredo Commission for Women meeting in July. I've been, like I said, I'm in other, commissions as well, or in other advisory, committees, and we usually don't have meetings in July. So I wanted to propose that we don't have a meeting in July because of vacation and trips and things like that. So can we put it to a vote?
I make a motion.
Okay.
And I second that
Second, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, so we will, our next meeting, well, let's, before we go to, what would be our next meeting?
In August.
August the 12th.
August the 12th, okay? So that everybody can put it in their calendars.
And at that time, will we be doing the plan of action?
Yes, I'm going to have 2 committees in August. One for the plan of action and then one for nomination committee
Nomination
for
officers.
for October. So we'll be for.
But that one we already have, didn't we?
No, it's new year,
For New Year.
10 new officers.
Yes, but haven't we done that one?
No, we just did, we were electing a secretary.
For the secretary?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we have to do the whole new office.
Okay. Because normally we would meet in July for the plan of action and we would do it on Saturday here at the library.
No, I'm gonna do a committee, I was thinking of a committee, that way the committee can come up with it and we vote and we make
Yeah.
But
whatever.
is the plan of action for the next year?
Yes, for the
Yeah,
next year. Mhm.
This is gonna be for the.
For all for starting October.
October.
We
For the
don't
new-
have a Hall of Fame.
No,
No, not
but,
so.
but that way we can start
Yes,
planning
planning for-
events, like the posthumous that we wanna
Yes.
recognize, maybe a special, we have some ideas that we can,
Okay.
that's why I said hold that thought.
Okay.
Yeah, hold that till August. Okay, next we go to communications and announcements. None? Okay, now we go to new business. Well,
No, just that Esther is no longer District 4, is now District 5.
Okay.
And I don't think we caught that.
Okay, and then also, we need, one person that needs to be sworn in, right?
Who is it?
That was,
Who is it?
Valdez?
Martita Valdez.
Okay,
She's
so
under
hopefully
Mr.
she'll be coming to the next meeting.
The one in
Who should
August.
represent?
Mr. Donkey.
Oh.
Okay, and if there's no new business, anybody? No new business? Okay, meeting
I so
adjourned.
I so